Hey, welcome. So, if you're a historian trying to trace a family through centuries of records, or maybe you're a literary scholar analyzing themes across like 1,000 different novels, you might think coding is for a totally different department. But today, we're going to explore how a little bit of Python can give you a completely new and honestly powerful lens for your research.
I mean, just think about the scale of your work for a second. What if you could move beyond the handful of books you can realistically read in a year and start asking questions of entire libraries? That's not science fiction. That's what Python can do for you. It's a total game changer. Look, learning to code isn't about suddenly becoming a computer scientist. Not at all. It's about gaining a superpower. It's about handing off all the most tedious, repetitive, and time-sucking parts of your research to a machine, which frees you up to do what you do best: think, analyze, and connect the dots. In this quote from Dr. William Mattingly, it just hits the nail on the head. We're not talking about writing complex algorithms on day one. Nope. This is about a practical tool to automate the grunt work, so you can get to the real insights, the fun stuff, way faster.
So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, it means you can scan thousands of digitized historical records for every single mention of a family name. It means you can take that messy, unstructured text from 19th century novels and instantly organize it to track character interactions. You can work faster, at a scale that is just mind-boggling, really. You can start asking questions you couldn't even dream of asking before.
Okay, so why Python, right? There are tons of programming languages out there. The reason we focus on Python and why it's so perfect for humanists is that it's almost designed for someone who thinks in words and concepts, not just numbers and pure logic. Python's strengths are just perfect for us. The way you write it is clean and readable. It almost looks like plain English. And see that forced indentation? That's not just for looks. It actually makes the code way easier to follow. Best of all, if you ever get stuck, and you will, there's a huge, incredibly supportive community online ready to help you out. It all means you spend less time fighting with the code and more time with your research.
Now, I know this might still sound a little intimidating, but here's the good news. You don't have to figure this out on your own. There is a clear path forward. This whole breakdown is based on a fantastic and free online textbook that's specifically designed to take you from absolute zero to building your own powerful research tools. And this right here, this is your journey laid out. You'll start with the absolute basics of Python. Then you'll move into data analysis, learning how to wrangle those large data sets. From there, you'll dive into natural language processing, or NLP, which is, well, it's the real magic for humanists. That's where you teach the computer to understand text. And eventually, you'll even learn how to build a web app to share what you found with the entire world.
Okay, let's get into this. Because this right here is probably the most important part. The number one reason people give up on learning to code is the absolute headache of just getting it installed and set up. So guess what? We're going to bypass that completely.
I absolutely love this quote from the textbook because it just calls out the biggest frustration right away. The goal here is to get you coding and seeing results immediately, not fighting with installation errors for hours on end.
And here's exactly how you do it. In the online textbook, you'll see this little rocket ship icon. You click it, then you click Launch Binder, and that's it. In a few moments, a complete Python environment loads right there in your web browser. No installation, no setup, no fuss. You can literally start coding right now.
So once you've played around in this super easy cloud environment, you're eventually going to face a choice. Do you stick with the cloud for learning, or do you set up a permanent, more powerful environment on your own machine? Let's break that decision down.
This lays out the two main paths. On one side, you have Binder, the cloud environment. Its biggest pro is that there's zero installation. It just works. It's perfect for beginners. The downside? You need internet, and your work is temporary. On the other side is the local option, Anaconda. Now this is a powerhouse. It works offline, you have full control, and it's built for serious, long-term projects. The but is, the installation can be tricky. So here's the key takeaway. It's really simple. Start with Binder. Just start there. Only move to a local setup with Anaconda when you're feeling comfortable and you're ready to tackle bigger things.
So when you do feel ready to take that next step to set up a permanent home for your work, the recommended path is a program called Anaconda. Like it says here, it's designed to handle all those complex setup steps for you, which makes the whole process way, way smoother.
The process itself is pretty straightforward. You'll go to the website, download the installer, and then just click Next a bunch of times. Then you open the Anaconda Navigator application. And here's the best part. From there, you can launch something called Jupyter, and it will look almost exactly the same as what you were using in the cloud with Binder, but now it's running permanently, right on your own machine.
So, we end with this. Once you have this superpower at your fingertips, the ability to analyze texts at a massive scale, and just automate all that tedious work, the real question isn't how you'll code. It's what new, bigger, more exciting questions will you finally be able to ask? What will you discover?